Hey Brayden, I hope you're doing well and you and your family are staying healthy and safe. I am making this video to help practice some comprehension. I know it hasn't been done in between us in a really long time, but we are going to practice a strategy we used once, the somebody wanted but so then. So I think that this is a wonderful strategy to use at any time, no matter what. I sometimes find it helpful because it is a wonderful way to map out a story in an easy way. So, before we begin, I would like for you to grab a pen and paper. That's all you need. And also in the description below, I have attached the reading. So it's going to be in a Google Doc, and once you click on that link, it'll bring you to the Google Doc, and you can just keep on that screen while I read, and then if I say to stop, following wrong because I stopped reading, then you can just click back to the video and we'll take further steps from there. But as of right now, I would love for you to grab your pen and paper and then come back and we will continue. So, now that you have your pen and paper, I would like for you to write somebody wanted but so then on your paper, just like this. So, once you have that done, we can start reading. Okay, so let's begin reading the book. The book is titled The Footprint. So just go to page 4 and we can begin. A dull day. It was Sunday morning and Angie and Jared were already bored. Their mother had gone to work, their father was busy cleaning the house, and their older sister Sarah was getting ready for a diving trip to Mexico. Okay, so we're gonna stop there already. Do you think that we can fill out any part of the somebody wanted but so then chart? So, if you remember, when we did this, we only did it once before. The somebody would stand for the main character or characters, right? So we have been introduced to the main character, and in this case, there's two main characters in this book, which is who? Angie and Jared, right? So I want you to write in the somebody section of the chart, Angie and Jared, just like this. So once you have that written, we can continue reading. Okay, so now I'm on the next page. Where's my snorkel? Sarah shouted. Where's my mask? Jared shrugged and Angie sighed. Sarah gets all the fun, Jared said. We never get to go anywhere. Then their little brother Benjamin came stomping in from the kitchen, trailing his blanket behind him. Arg! He yelled. I'm a monster! Act scared. But Angie and Jared were tired of acting scared from Benjamin. He was always playing monster. Come on, Jared, said Angie. Let's get out of here before Dad makes us babysit. The footprint. They decided to go exploring by the creek, then ran behind their apartment building. As they walked along the bank, Jared saw a strange imprint in the mud. Hey, Angie, look at this. They both stared at the print, shaped somewhat like a narrow fan. Okay, so I'm going to stop again. Do you think that we can fill in another part of the chart? Because I do. So the next section is wanted. So we have somebody written in, right? Which is Angie and Jared, who are the main characters of the book. So now, what did they want? What did they want to do? They were bored, so they wanted to go exploring by the creek, right? So they wanted to go exploring, and what happened when they were exploring over there? What did they just find? An imprint, right? A print. So Angie and Jared wanted to go exploring and found a print. So now you can fill in your chart just like this. I hope you can see how we're mapping this out, right? We identified the main characters, and now we identified what they wanted to do in the story. They wanted to go exploring. Okay. So let's continue reading. Something with webbed toes made this, Angie said. That must mean it lives in the water. It's way too big to be a duck, said Jared. And look, here's a mask that looks like its tail. Here's a mark that looks like its tail is dragging in the mud. Maybe it's a completely new kind of animal, Angie said. Or maybe it's a fossil. A dinosaur print, Jared exclaimed. Jared picked up a stick and poked at the dried mud. The stick broke. See, the mud is hard. It's petrified. So petrified means that over time, something becomes extremely hard due to chemical reactions, and it almost is like a rock. So there have been cases where wood becomes petrified, and it's just as hard as a rock and feels exactly like a rock would. Angie looked doubtful. It's just dry because it hasn't rained for weeks. You think some living creature made this? Jared asked. That's pretty scary. Suppose it comes after us. Well, Angie said, we'd better investigate. Is it a dinosaur? Angie and Jared ran home and came back with a notebook, pencil, and tape measure. Jared measured the length and width of the footprint, while Angie drew a sketch of it and the tail marks behind it. We should also make a map of where the creek is and where we found the print, she said. Then we'll go to the library. We're going to stop there once again and continue to fill out our chart. So, they wanted to go to explore and found a print, right? But what happened? They didn't know who it belonged to, right? Can that fit into our chart? So far we have somebody, Angie and Jared, wanted to go to explore and found a print, but did not know what animal the print belonged to. Right? They're confused. So your chart should look like this so far. And we are just filling in the the but. I had to unfortunately split this video up into 2 parts, so if you can please just click the second link below, it will take you right to the second part of the video. Thanks.